Welcome to Problem Solve, the podcast where me and a special co-host solve all your problems really easily, probably.
Problems? Are you kidding me? I don't have any problems. Okay, I might have a few, but I can work on them with you. Come on.
Hi,
How you doing? I'm Jeff Gunther,
I'm Alex Moskovich.
and you're listening to
Problem Solved. Hey,
Welcome. Hi, Alex. I almost said hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
We're all Jeff here. How's
How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah?
Yeah. How's it going? Let
How
me
is
check in
it
with my body.
going, though? Like, really going?
How's it going? Raspily.
Yeah, tell me your most raspy voice.
My most raspy little vocal fry voice.
I love it.
This is what I sound like.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, don't listen.
Don't listen.
Don't listen.
Don't listen.
Uh-huh.
Where's that coming from?
I don't want to talk about
You don't
it.
want to talk about it? Okay. That's as much as you want to talk about it. Okay.
The true Jeffies know. Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Wait, how
Yeah?
are you really doing?
Oh, let's see. How am I doing?
Yeah.
Really?
Really get in there. Really feel into the body.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm sorry it wasn't. I'm actually like pretty good.
Oh, great.
Pretty good. I go to, this isn't a flex, pun intended, but I go to a personal trainer.
Yes.
And she is great.
Mm-hmm.
You
We
know
love
her.
her. Yeah.
I've been seeing her for 10 years, not the whole time for personal training, mostly just like group classes. And I saw her today, and she is such a little curmudgeon. And she just lights my world up because she's such a curmudgeon. But she's also really private.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't even like me saying this right now because she's so private.
Wow, you going to send this to her?
I'm going to put her on block. She doesn't follow me. She can't stand me.
Okay.
She gets enough of me at personal training. You know what I mean?
That is one thing I love about her is the way that she gives you shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's really private.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know why she was private. So I was like, why are you so private? And I think that's like, I love asking private people why they're so private because you see them squirm a little bit. But I feel like they also want to be asked. I feel like there's a person inside of them that doesn't want to be so private. And I'm giving them that opportunity to like break out of that shell.
Yeah, like they want to be known, but
Yeah.
also in the shadows.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I asked her, like, is there anybody that you know
Who hurt you?
who wouldn't say you're private?
Ah.
And she said, yeah,
Who?
my inner circle.
Oh.
And I started thinking about my inner circle and who knows me best.
Who knows you best?
And that brought me to a memory that's upsetting.
Oh,
I'm going to share that with you.
Great. I'm ready.
One day, God, maybe 15 years ago. So I'm in Oregon, maybe like 12 years ago. I've been in Oregon for 8 years by then. And I'm married to Kate, Kate, and my very best friends, Brandon and Jill. You also know them too. Me and Kate and Brandon and Jill went with my mother, who is visiting from out of town, and Kate's family. We all went to Bend, Oregon to stay in a cabin.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a big cabin. And so there's lots of spaces that you can walk in. There's a loft that's hanging over like the living room area where everybody hangs out. And I was just sort of walking around the place, and my mom and Brandon and Jill, my two best friends, and Kate are all like in the living room and they're talking about me. And they don't know that I'm in the loft and I can easily hear everything they're saying.
No.
But I was like, oh, this is fun. And my mom at some point says, like, so Brandon and Jill, like, why do you like Jeff so much? Why are you such good friends? What is it about him that you like enjoy so much? And they said, we think Jeff is so funny and he has like such a great sense of humor. Always laughing when you
Uh-huh.
hang out with Jeff. And my mom said, he's funny?
Oh,
And I was just like, oh yeah. Like she's not my inner circle
oh no.
at all.
No.
And that's sad that my mother isn't my inner circle. And it's also sad that even if you're like in an outer circle, if you're my family, you don't know that I'm funny.
Mhm.
And it made me feel real sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Because I feel like that's what I usually lead with.
That you're funny.
That I'm funny. Like, look at me,
Yeah.
I'm a little funny clown here. Let's all laugh together. But if like you don't even know that I'm funny, even you don't even have to like think that I'm funny, but know that like other people think that I'm funny. Like she
Yeah.
was surprised that Brandon and Jill thought I was funny.
That's wild.
I didn't like that at all.
I'm sorry. I don't like it either.
I had a really good fitness with my personal training, though.
Okay.
But that was a bit of a struggle in the early morning.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That came up this morning, that memory.
That came up this morning while I was talking to my trainer.
Did you tell her?
I did
about
not
it?
process it with her. I just
No.
sort of like silently used it for strength.
How did it do for your workout?
It actually weakened me.
Oh.
It didn't do good.
Oh, no.
It did bad.
Never again.
Never again.
Never again.
Never. My mother is my kryptonite.
Yeah, well, that'll teach you to ask your trainer about private questions.
You know, I think she enjoyed telling me about it, though. I
Do
think
you?
I don't know. I can never tell with her.
She's so unreadable.
She's very unreadable.
Uh huh.
Oh man.
Mysterious.
So there's this other thing, just real quick with her.
Yeah.
That I just want to spill.
This is
of
all about
tea.
her.
Yeah, this is about her, but not about her. She's also really into Dungeons and Dragons,
Great. Yeah.
and I don't know much about Dungeons and Dragons,
Mhm.
but she's been playing her entire life,
Mhm.
and she like her best friends, some of them in her inner circle, like play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole game, and she's gotten to the point where like her character has like died, and we don't know if the character is going to come back to life. And if
Sure.
it doesn't, she doesn't get to play anymore.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Well,
Is that fucked up? I think can they like bring her back to life? I'm not quite sure, but she's going to find out tonight.
that's really exciting.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
Mhm.
Other people who play Dungeons and Dragons more than I do, which is any. I've never played a
You've
game
never
of D&D.
Oh, neither have
I dated a dungeon master once, though.
So have you like seen a game be played?
I mean, I've witnessed games be played, but when I dated the dungeon master,
Uh-huh.
there was a no observers rule.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't watch.
I've heard about this.
That's a thing.
It's a thing.
I mean, I guess I kind of get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't want me there.
No, I kind of
No.
want to be there.
I want to be there, but I don't think they want me there.
Oh, no, they don't.
No.
No,
Because I don't
definitely
get
not.
it. I don't know what's going on.
No, we're going to ask dumb questions
Uh-huh.
and we're going to probably make jokes that they don't
Right.
appreciate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I went to jujitsu and I called it competitive snuggling and they got really upset with
I
me.
bet,
They
I
did
bet.
not appreciate that. But I liked it.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
Me too. Anyway, yeah, depending on the campaign, nerd knowledge,
Oh, yeah.
she could just make a new character.
Oh, she
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, unless this is
Oh.
a really long campaign.
So she'll be okay.
She's going to be fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can just jump in with a new character whenever you want.
Oh, no, not in this
Mm.
game. They have to start a new game.
Oh, yeah. But this game has been going on for years.
It's the same game.
It's the same. Well, for 3 years. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, I'm sure they'll bring her back to life.
I really hope they will.
Yeah.
Is this good content?
I think it
Is
is.
good content?
I am really invested in the outcome. So I haven't seen this person in a couple years.
Mhm.
Could you
Mm.
bring me?
Yeah. Next week, I will tell you
Yeah.
exactly what happens.
Thank you.
If her character comes
I need
back.
closure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay.
I'll invite her on the podcast.
Oh,
She won't come.
she won't come. Oh, she's great.
What
Mm.
food do you think you've eaten more than anybody else in the world?
More than anybody else
Just
in the
like
world.
you're just like, oh my god, I ate this.
This
I've
is a
eaten this food.
ridiculous question.
I am stealing this question from another podcast, and this is something I do, and I
Yeah.
know it's a problem.
Where's your original
Don't
content?
fucking worry about it. What food have you eaten more than anybody else in the world?
This is hard. Because I'm trying to think of the food that I've just like eaten the most of throughout my entire life.
That's the question. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
it's turkey sloppy joes.
Oh.
I love turkey sloppy joes.
Uh-huh.
It's a real acquired taste because these sloppy joes taste like erasers.
Ew, what?
Yeah, and
No.
brown turkey tastes like erasers.
Like the flavor or texture?
both.
Oh, God.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, Alex. I've eaten
Okay.
so many turkey sloppy joes.
Gross.
Yeah, I'm not proud of it.
No.
Yeah.
But you love it.
But I love it.
You
I
should
don't-
be proud of it.
I don't think anybody has eaten as many turkey sloppy joes as me.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
Also,
answer?
a
Oh,
turkey answer.
Okay.
Just like a plain ass turkey sandwich.
What's on it?
Truly just mayo
No.
and turkey.
Oh.
When I was a kid, I would eat them.
Oh, what kind of bread?
Wheat bread, because that was what my mom had
Oh,
at
I
home.
don't like this.
I mean, take it up with my mom.
Okay.
Take it up with my mom. Mom, are you listening? But then, there was like a period of time where I'd put them between potato bread.
Oh, okay.
And that was
That's
really
better.
good.
Yeah.
Now I've come back around to wheat,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel good about that. And you smush it. You really just smush it. That's like 14-year-old me, 13-year-old me is just like smushing the bread.
Because it's satisfying?
It's
or
really satisfying
it
because it's like
tastes better?
smush. It doesn't taste better. I just
No.
liked to do
Okay.
it. And I still eat turkey sandwiches. I'm less concerned about smushing these days.
Okay.
But this is like I've got 10 minutes between sessions. I need to cram something in my face.
Yeah.
And I just make a quick mayo, turkey, bread. That's it.
Wow.
And it's so satisfying.
I never knew this about you.
You didn't?
No.
Wow.
I like that I know this.
It's
now.
a exclusive podcast exclusive. Yeah, I love a plain turkey sandwich.
Uh-huh.
And I don't really like deli meat. Like I don't like an Italian
What?
sandwich. I know.
Oh, man, I love an Italian.
Yeah, well, we can't all be Jeff.
What do you say?
Let's do it. Let's solve some probs.
Let's solve some probs. All
Yeah.
right, here's the first one.
Okay, great.
Hello, Therapy Jeff and Alex. A little backstory here. I had a boyfriend at 20 years old, and for some reason, his mom felt the need to hang out with one of his exes. And being 20 years old, I was pretty immature and didn't know how to deal with the situation. So I drove over to their house. He came outside and basically told me that his mom thinks I'm the crazy one. We tried to make it work for another 2 months, but anytime that his mom found out that we were hanging out, she just kind of basically told him to break up with me. And that was the end of the relationship. It turns out he messages me almost on an annual basis. Over the years, I've made it very clear that I'm not interested. So 3 years ago when I was pregnant and right before he got married to his wife, he invited me out for dinner. I declined. And I told him I'm not interested in meeting. A year ago, he decided to message me again, and I told him that I'm not interested again. He continued messaging me, and I said, listen, I have screenshots of everything. If you don't pay me $50 right now, I'm sending all of this to your wife. I didn't hear from him for a year until this past weekend. He, for some reason, wanted to ask me a stupid question. So I told him that just for reaching out because of inflation, it's going to cost him a lot more. He's not saying anything horrible. He's not inviting me to dinner or making sexual jokes or anything like that, but it is weird. It's been 12 years. I don't think that he needs to be reaching out to me, especially because he has 2 kids and a wife. And about 10 years ago, the wife, then girlfriend, reached out to me saying that He was saying my name in his dreams, which I don't think is my problem. But anyway, so he did pay me the $200. I'm in a very awkward situation. I don't want him reaching out to me, which I know I could block him, but I don't feel like I should have to. So, what do? Do I tell his wife and show her all the screenshots? Do I leave it alone? Do I make it my problem? Or no, I'm just so torn. I hope you guys can help me out. Thanks.
Wow.
Wow.
This is everything. This question has everything.
Yeah, where do we even start, Alex?
There's so many threads to pull. There's so much happening here.
It really is.
I guess the first thing, like, yeah, maybe you feel like you shouldn't have to block him, but like block him.
But like, she would have blocked him if she really wanted to block him.
No, I think she loves the
loves
messy drama.
Yes.
She's like calling, I don't want to deal with like this mess, but like on some level you love it.
You love it, babe.
Yeah.
You do.
Just like own that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Of course.
A lot of us love a little messy drama.
Mhm.
I love that you're getting that money though.
I never would have thought about doing that.
About blackmail?
About blackmail.
Yeah, just blackmail someone. Pay me.
But okay, so do you also think he's getting off on that? Like paying her?
I
like
do. Yeah, probably.
He's his little, like he's her little something. Her little boy. Her little
boy.
her
Her little money slut.
Little money slut. Yeah.
Money
yeah.
slut?
Uh-huh.
I mean, there is that kink.
Yeah.
That like financial domination.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of picking up on. That's what I'm projecting.
I mean, raise your fees, babe. Inflation.
yeah.
You gotta raise it for inflation. Yeah, maybe he's getting off on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's getting off on it.
Mhm.
Maybe she's getting off on
She's
it.
for sure getting off on it.
And nobody's getting hurt.
Uh-huh.
But there is this secret that's being kept from his partner, and she's doesn't feel good about it. She doesn't like that, and she's thinking about sending all of the texts to that person.
I feel like if she didn't like it, sincerely, all the way, she'd block the dude.
She'd block him.
Just block him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And maybe even like not ask for money and just send those texts to his partner.
Don't even send the text to the partner.
I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying like she probably would have done that if she really cared.
Yeah.
Like if she really wanted to, but she's not. She hasn't done that.
I mean, I guess the partner did reach out to her to be like, he's saying your name in his dreams.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And you're
part.
right. That's not your problem. It's definitely not your problem.
No.
I love how vexed she is by it, though. Like, oh, that's not my problem. Pay me. I mean, if you want to keep blackmailing, I guess.
Why not just keep blackmailing?
Yeah, if you feel good about it, but you say you don't want the drama, and we don't believe you.
No.
But don't blackmail.
Also that.
I'm just gonna go
You're
out
gonna
on a limb
You're
here.
gonna do that? You're gonna say that?
Hot take: don't blackmail, or do. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know what you're doing.
She's messy. I love
She's
this.
real messy.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like, I don't think she really wants to know what we think.
No, I think it's just a little brag.
Yeah.
It's just a little brag.
It's just a little brag.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it's like a fun question.
It is a fun question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at me do this thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Good for you, honey.
Good for you.
Uh-huh.
Is that all we have to say about it?
Do you have any more to say about this? I think she said it all, but if you have more, I mean, she's basically, what do I do, right?
Yeah.
If you don't want the drama, then just get out of there. Block everyone.
Right.
Go live your life with your husband and your kid.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a really easy question to answer.
Yeah.
Block everyone, move on with your life.
Yeah, maybe ask yourself like what hook there is for you that this is like compelling and you keep participating in
What are you
this.
getting out of this?
Yeah.
It's not totally uncommon for us to be like, oh, like wrapped up in something, being like, why am I doing this? I have no idea. Please help.
Yeah.
Okay, well then just stop.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Don't do it.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Alex,
Jeff,
do you know what is back?
your funky rash?
My funky rash.
Oh no.
I'm so upset.
Did ZocDoc not help last
Well,
time?
they did help. I was able to go to ZocDoc.com and search for a doctor
Yeah.
that specializes in my funky rash.
Yeah.
It's a different funky rash now.
New funky rash.
An even funkier funky rash.
Wow.
So you know what I'm going to do?
You're going to go back to ZocDoc.
I'm going straight back to ZocDoc. I'm determined to not Google it.
Yeah.
YouTube is not my doctor.
No.
You know who my doctor is?
ZocDoctor.
ZocDoctor.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love it.
Listen, I know you know about ZocDoc already, but I'm just going to remind you that it's a free app and website where you can search and compare high quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment.
That's what I like best is I can quickly, instantly book an appointment. The other thing that I really love, Alex,
Yeah, tell me.
is all of the real patient reviews because I am all about finding that Zoc doctor who doesn't judge me for my funky rashes.
Yeah, you got to be judgment free
Mm-hmm.
and you got to search for a doctor that can cure the even funkier rash.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you need to stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/solved to find and instantly book a top rated Zoc doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/solved. ZocDoc.com/solved.
Perfect. Okay, next question.
Okay.
Hi, Alex. Hi, Jeff. Loving this duo. It's a great new version of the pod. I'm here for it. Okay, my question. So I am a child-free 34-year-old woman, and I love kids. I work with kids. They're great. But I genuinely feel like people are fucking insane to be having children in this day and age. Like, willingly choosing to become pregnant. It's a bold move. And my question to you guys is, what is the socially acceptable response when my initial reaction and deep down is, what the fuck is wrong with you? When people either tell me that they're pregnant or invite me to a baby shower, that's immediately what I want to say. But what is a better response that isn't inauthentic to who I am and my feelings about people having children, but is also kind of more socially acceptable and will not end in an argument?
Alex.
Yeah.
I've thought about this
You've thought about
for the
this.
past hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is my
And
first time hearing it.
This is the first time you're hearing it, but I've thought about this.
Okay.
And I've gone on a little bit of a journey.
Oh.
Where I was just like, I'm going to figure out what the socially responsible response or what, like socially acceptable response would be to tell somebody like, what the fuck are you doing? This is insane. Morally, ethically, yada, yada. Because
That's both authentic.
it's both authentic.
And will not result in an argument.
Yes. Because
Okay.
I also like, I vibe with her.
Sure.
I think we're probably totally in agreement with how we feel about that. Me and the caller.
Yeah.
I have determined, and I'm open to being influenced,
Okay.
that she should just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That there is no socially acceptable way to tell somebody who's throwing a party for their baby that the most exciting thing in the world
They're,
that has ever happened to
Already
them.
pregnant.
Yeah. They're already pregnant. That they're insane. There's no way to do it.
Yeah.
So you need to be quiet.
Yeah.
There's a different conversation that you can have with people that are maybe thinking about having a baby, although that's a fucking landmine. Like that's a really difficult thing, and maybe we can talk about that. But I think you just need to shove it down as deep as you can and go ahead and be a little silent little I'm better than you snob about it.
Yeah,
you
can
and
feel
I
smug.
can both do that. We can be smug together because we are not like, bringing a kid into this world that's totally fucked.
Yes.
We're not doing the carbon footprint thing. We're doing our job. Whatever. Like we're I can't think of one logical reason to ever fucking have a kid. It's you have a kid because you just want a fucking kid, right? Or it's like some emotional, whatever reason. There's like,
I have a good reason.
I want to hear about that in a
keep
second.
going.
I just want to end with, you need to be quiet.
Yeah.
And you and I need to be best friends. But we will be quiet together.
Yeah. Both of you will shut your fucking mouths.
Shut your fucking mouths.
Yeah.
So what do you think about my answer? And I want to know what your answer is.
I think yes. Your answer is correct.
Yeah.
You don't say anything.
You don't.
It's none of your fucking business.
Right.
They're not asking you.
Nobody is.
Nobody is asking you.
No. You want to? I'm going to interrupt you for just a second.
Yeah, go for it. You got
There's
it.
a lovely stat for you, caller. Over 90% of parents report that they are happier once their kids have all left the house.
Oh, yeah. Your happiness goes down.
Happiness goes down, stress goes up. Also, like, Alex, the fucking bullshit, the thing that I hear the most.
It's about pooping the nest, isn't it?
It's not about pooping the nest.
Okay.
It's about how the people with babies, the fucking breeders, those fucking breeders are like, you'll never experience a love like this.
I don't like that.
Fuck off. I can have a full life without
Yeah.
experiencing that love, but you know what? I'm also not going to experience all the pain and heartbreak you're going to experience with that fucking turd of a child you have.
Yeah.
So
Get it out.
I'm winning.
Tell us how you really feel, Jeff.
That's just a
Jeff's
little
fine.
bit. I'm fine.
Jeff's fine. It's fine,
Sorry,
everyone.
I cut you off.
Dad's mad, everyone. Dad's mad. Yeah, I don't feel as extremely as you do. I think that there are a lot of good reasons to not have kids. I think that one good reason maybe to have kids is like have someone who's going to take care of you when you're old.
I don't want to burden my kid with that, right?
Totally. I get that.
And there's no counting on that.
There is no counting on that. You have to make sure you're doing a good job because there's like we don't have any allegiance these days. Yeah. I mean, it is kind of just like you're following your maybe biology.
That's a
It's just you're following biological instinct.
Yeah.
And maybe you like your parents. Maybe you like your family.
What?
I know this is a difficult concept for you to grasp. I know it's difficult. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, it's none of your business. They're not going to like go abort their baby fetus. Excuse me.
Yes.
Because you're like, what the fuck are you doing? This reminds me of that question we answered about the person who was like, my naturopath friend is like drinking and doing drugs and like, this is unethical and I need to say something about it. And it's like, it's truly none of your fucking business.
Exactly.
So yeah, if this is like a radical honesty thing, I mean, yeah, do that, but a fight's going to happen.
Yeah, understand the consequences.
Yeah.
And it is not worth it.
Yeah.
We've been all shutting the fuck up about telling breeders to stop breeding for a long time. You can also continue to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm saying shut the fuck up in like from a place of love.
Oh, this is all with love and compassion. And we, for the most part, really agree with you. Why are you so offended by this?
Why am I so offended?
No, not
by this?
you, her. I guess like when I think of like I feel ambivalent about having kids. Like there's a part of me that wants to have kids, even though I know all the things.
Okay, I'm not going to shame you. I'm going to listen. I'm not going to judge.
I know all the things.
Where's that coming from, Alex?
Probably because I want someone to take care of me when I'm old.
Hey, no judgment.
But my cousin is going to do it. She's younger than me, so I've enlisted her help.
And don't a lot of your friends not have kids? And
so many of my friends
and
don't
they
have kids.
are choosing to
and
not
they're
have kids.
so happy.
And you have such a lovely community.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They'll be there for you when you're old.
Yeah, if I don't fuck it up.
Oh, you know what else a hospice nurse told me?
What? What?
Hospice nurse Julie, I think is her name. She told me that the people that are in hospice and they're about to die, the ones that get the most visitors
Yeah.
are the ones without kids. because
Sure.
they've developed a community that is so strong and so big,
Uh-huh.
and they have so many like lovely people coming
love
to say,
that.
yeah. So
Okay.
maybe that's a
Something
little
to look
comforting.
forward
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to. I can't wait to be in hospice. I lost my train of thought.
I did that to you.
You did that to me.
Well, I was asking you like why. Let's explore it a little bit.
Oh, the ambivalence. So like also I think I didn't ask to be alive in this world.
Yes.
I
Yes.
did not ask for this.
Right.
And being an alive human, being a spirit trapped in a human body
worst.
and having to just like suffer a life. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I was ripped out of the fucking void
yeah.
and then shot into this fucking physical life.
Yeah.
I did not consent.
I did not consent.
None of these children, none of these babies are consenting.
No.
That's
No.
not okay.
Yeah.
And we want enthusiastic consent.
Yeah.
Not even close. You're coming out, you're crying, you feel icky.
Dude.
It's a whole thing.
How about birth being like our first trauma?
Let's get into it, Alex.
gonna
How about
ignore. All right, cancel the rest of the questions. We're talking about birth trauma.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I don't
no.
even want to.
Just kidding. I
That's a
do. I could
whole-
talk about it all day.
Oh,
God,
I
the
can't.
grief of being born.
Oh, no.
I feel it constantly.
Do you?
I really do.
Oh, no.
I know. I wish I were joking.
Ugh, I wish you were
Yeah.
joking too.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard out here.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, now I'm a therapist, so
Yada, yada, yada. Now you're a therapist.
problem solved.
Problem solved.
Okay. Jeff, I'm struggling.
What are you struggling with?
I'm trying to enjoy fresh, organic, seasonal produce and responsibly sourced proteins, but I'm just so busy lately.
Oh my God. Everybody is saying that lately. You know who you should check out?
Who?
Green Chef. We love Green Chef. Green Chef makes it easy to spend less time in the kitchen and more time in the spring air. You love the spring air.
I do love the spring air almost as much as I love cooking.
That's true. With their new Heat and Eat meals, you can enjoy a delicious, wholesome meal in just 3 minutes. Plus, with 80 plus weekly options, Green Chef makes it easy to find meals that fit your lifestyle.
Do they have options for gut and brain health?
Yeah, and calorie smart choices. So, whether it's like a salad ready in just 5 minutes, or a protein packed breakfast, or a smoothie to fuel your day, Green Chef has you covered for the busiest days.
Wait, is there week-to-week flexibility?
Week to week flexibility, and you can adjust your plan anytime to fit your schedule. Make this spring your most delicious yet with Green Chef. Head to greenchef.com/50solved and use code 50solved to get 50% off your first month, then 20% off for 2 months with free shipping. That's code 50solved at greenchef.com/50solved. Alex, you are reading a question for
I'm
us.
gonna read a question. I'm not gonna do it in an accent. I will do it with vocal fry. Hi. I worked with a therapist over the last year utilizing ketamine-assisted therapy. I've made more progress over the last year with my chronic anxiety than in all previous years combined. We recently had a session where he pointed out that I seemed to have made a lot of progress and that it felt like we were just visiting old issues at this point that no longer seemed relevant. I agreed, and it felt like a natural endpoint for our sessions. He said he was available if I needed any more support down the line. While I think ending this series of sessions was appropriate, it felt abrupt because I didn't go into that last session knowing it would be an end of sorts. I'm struggling in a big way to get over this, partly because it's naturally a loss in my life, and I think partially because I developed some feelings for my therapist during the process, which we discussed a few times. Any suggestions for getting through this really hard time? I don't really want to reach out to him again anytime soon, and I'm feeling some anger towards him, which I recognize might just be a part of the grieving process. Thank you.
I don't think he did a great job ending therapy.
The therapist.
The therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah. To sort of to spring that on somebody
In a
hey,
session.
By the by, I think that like it's okay to have that discussion. It's important and good and professional to be like, what are you getting out of this? Let's talk about where we are. And it seems like we're kind of repeating shit or like whatever.
Yeah, we're not just trying to take your money.
Right.
Yeah.
No. So that's an important discussion to have.
Yeah.
To then just sort of like abruptly end it in that session without you kind of like going away for a week and thinking about it and coming back and so it's a bit abrupt.
Yeah. I think I mean, when I have this conversation with clients, I always leave it to them to be like, listen, we can end whenever you want. If you still feel like you're getting something out of this, then I'm here.
Yeah. So I do that too.
Yeah.
And I'm even more, I don't know, not extreme, but that side of the spectrum where I'm just like, you could stay forever if you want to.
Yeah.
And even if you feel like we're not like doing deep work, if this feels like you're getting something out of it, if it feels therapeutic, then great. We'll have a discussion sometimes like when you go to therapy and you just go forever or you like go for a very long time, it can sometimes get in the way of moving through your shit.
Totally.
Sometimes going to therapy oftentimes makes you feel less anxious, which is a normal thing and something that you might want to experience. However, sometimes therapy can make you just enough less anxious for you to not do anything about the thing.
Yeah, we need to like boil over in some cases.
And so going to therapy becomes this sort of like crutch, or it's kind of like making your reality a little bit softer and not like allowing you to get in touch with what's really going on sometimes. And I don't know. That's just a tangent.
Yeah. But it's also super normal to take breaks from therapy, to go out and like live to raw dog life, technical term, clinical term. And also to figure out like, whether or not you want to stay with that therapist, if they're appropriate for you.
Right.
But it is really hard because it's such a weird relationship.
The weirdest.
Like, it's so intimate and you're being so vulnerable with this person. And you probably know some about your therapist, but not everything. And there's like a huge attachment that forms. It's so weird.
And it's like extra special in this case because there was like feelings that developed. It sounds like some romantic feelings maybe developed.
There's feelings there and there's also ketamine there. And when we're bringing like psychedelics in, oh my God, we're just like wide open. It makes us so susceptible to developing stronger attachments. Just like everything is kind of amplified. Yeah, this is hard. It makes sense that you're angry.
It makes total sense. And also, like, he could very well be a great therapist. It sounds like it was a really good fit for you and you got a lot out of it. And he maybe is imperfect and he didn't end this in the best way possible. Or maybe he like tried his very best and he didn't really know how it impacted you afterwards. Like his therapists are going to fumble every now and then.
Yeah, he's definitely imperfect.
Yes.
Because every human is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have an opportunity, like you could reach out to him.
Yeah.
And let him know how you feel and have a last session or a few sessions.
You are under no obligation to reach out to him, but it could be really healing for you to reach out and to say, hey, this is how this impacted me. And it's also probably good for your therapist to know so they don't do that shit anymore.
Right.
They can be more mindful of how they like terminate the relationship.
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about his feelings.
No.
You don't have to be like, oh, he's going to feel bad that I feel bad. Like you do not need to take care of him at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I think there's a lot of wisdom there in recognizing that it's a part of the grieving process. And yeah, it makes sense for you to be sad and angry. This is the end of a relationship and it didn't happen in a way that honors the relationship for you. Yeah.
Sometimes we can give like really serious answers. We don't
You know
always
what,
have
Jeff?
to have fun.
That's a really good point.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, I hope this helped.
I think it did.
And if you want to send us an email about like what you would say to your therapist, just for funsies, you can do that. But no one else do that. I don't want to hear it from anyone else, just this person.
Problem solved. All right. Next question.
Hi, Jeff and Alex. Long-time listener, first-time caller. So I am in a MFT program right now. I'm like finishing my second of 3 years. That has like very little to do with my question, but context or whatever. I think one of my professors might be trying to set me up with her son. I kind of have gotten that vibe. There's like some contextual stuff I could share, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, she was just like, "Oh, does anybody in the class mind if my son comes and sits in next week? He's just like kind of wanted to come, and by the way, this is what he looks like, and like, oh, also he like hasn't met the right girl yet." And like, I don't know, there's some other stuff that happened, but anyway, her son, she has said to us, is 29. I am not 29. I'm 38, and like, whatever. I don't know literally anything about her son. So my real question is, what do you two think about age gaps? Just curious. All right, bye.
Okay. You know why I like this question?
Why?
Because it just feels like she's at the table with us.
Yeah.
She's just a pal.
Uh-huh.
Wow, what a roller coaster.
That was a real journey.
I did not know where that was going. Okay, you're in an MFT program. Got it. Oh, interesting boundaries with this professor. Trying to set you up in a therapy program.
Yeah, that's bold.
Questionable.
Questionable, especially for a psychology professor that has to pay
Yeah.
attention to ethics. And
Yeah.
questionable.
What do we think about age gaps?
What do we think about? Whenever somebody asks about age gaps, I think about Dan Savage.
What's Dan Savage's answer?
So Dan Savage is a world-renowned relationship sex advice columnist.
Sure.
I stand Dan Savage. Do you stand Dan Savage?
I Dan Stan Savage.
Okay.
I'm not really sure I know what Stan means, even still.
Oh, I can tell you.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of feelings about age gap relationships.
Okay.
But it boils down to, are they two consenting adults? Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's it.
But also, I don't know, a little icky sometimes, depending on stuff. Like if it's like, but it's all, whatever. It's two consenting adults.
It's two consenting adults.
Yeah.
They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. It's none of my goddamn business. And I'm not going to be like, your age gap relationship is weird.
Yeah.
But, and
Both
what do
and.
I think about age gaps?
Yes, and.
I think age gaps can be, I've tended to date older.
Mm-hmm.
And that's worked out well
Okay.
for me.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, it's also weird sometimes. When I think back when I was like in my early 20s
Mm-hmm.
or like a teenager
Mm-hmm.
and I was dating older people, it's just like, oh yeah, you had nothing in common with me. I was a tiny little baby.
Right.
And so that is creepy. But I think after, I mean, legally, there's nothing wrong with it if you're two consenting adults. But for me personally, after you're like 28,
Mm-hmm.
maybe then it matters. 33, then it matters less.
Okay. I see.
I-
And they're 29 and 38. If we're gonna like go on the callers' ages.
Also, like, I'm gonna be fucking cancel me, everyone.
Oh, okay.
The gender is a factor here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this is like a little het relationship and it's like a younger dude and an older woman, get it.
Get it.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's not like a boy child or anything. His brain is fully formed.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been fully formed for 4 years.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Have fun.
It's not gonna get any more formed than it is now.
Yeah, I think as long as y'all have something in common.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the main thing is like the my own personal thoughts about like the disadvantage of an age gap of like a 10 plus or something. Age gap is like, oh, there's like generational cultural
Yeah.
things that you don't get to share.
Mm,
But if you can share them in like an exciting, like, ooh,
sure.
this is what it's kind of fun.
What do you think that the haters in the comments are going to say? Are they going to talk about how this is fucked up because it supports like fucked up power dynamic in relationship?
Probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is an inherent power dynamic, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Understand it.
Yeah.
Be curious about how it's affecting the relationship.
Yes.
Get kinky with it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Bring it into light.
We're all adults here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all
Consenting
adults
adults.
here. So that's what we think about it. But the fact that your therapy professor
Mm-hmm.
is doing this, I wouldn't rely on them for like an ethics course.
You know,
Uh-huh.
my ethics professor
Uh-huh.
at the University of Southern California.
What was their name? First and last name?
Oh, God, I wish I fucking knew. I do not
What's their
remember.
license number?
He's dead.
Oh, fuck.
He died while he was teaching. Not in the classroom.
Oh my God.
I didn't see him die.
Okay.
But he died while he was teaching my course.
Wow. While you were a student.
This is not the story. This is not what I'm trying.
Okay.
My ethics professor, who is
Mm-hmm.
like an up there ethics professor in the state of California, married his client. Yeah. And I was like, whoa.
What?
Yeah.
An ethics professor?
An ethics professor.
See, no one's perfect. We're all flawed. We're all
Exactly.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
What?
Yeah.
Dude,
so scandalous.
The amount of times that they like just shove it down your throat of, hey, don't have sex with your clients. By the way, don't have sex with your clients. It's just like, yeah, we get it. Nobody would, but it is shocking.
Mm-hmm. How many people do?
How many people do?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so wild.
So
Everybody get out of therapy. It's not safe. It's not safe.
you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but if you're on a dating app, what is your age range limits?
I think right now it's set to between 35 and 50.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And you're somewhere between
And I'm
35 and 50?
somewhere between. Yeah, that feels okay.
Yeah, that feels good.
A little younger, a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yours, when you were single, yours were set to what, like 21 to 25?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
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 21 to 25.
Uh-huh.
Consenting adults.
Consenting adults.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I'm just out here trying to get Jeff.
Yeah.
Every single episode. Fuck. One day, guys. One day.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
No. Is it almost over?
We got like a few minutes left.
Can we do one more?
Can I do a quickie?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Hi, Jeff and Alex. Jeff, it's your favorite former client from back in the earlier days of your practice who moved away. And I still miss you, but it's nice to hear your voice on this podcast. Anyway, my question, for some backstory, I was married to an alcoholic, emotionally abusive narcissist, which tracks for me. We have a 10-year-old daughter. I ended the relationship over 2 years ago, but we're going to go back almost 5 years ago. A single dad and his really sweet daughter, 2 years older than mine, moved in across the street from my parents. Our kids became really good friends, and the dad and I also became good friends over the years. So a few months ago, a single dad friend and I were hanging out as friends, and suddenly the vibe became a little flirty, and we started snuggling, and it was amazing. And we ended up expanding our friendship to a relationship. I wasn't previously interested in him, but now he's my boyfriend because I don't know how to stay casual. But it's going great. So turns out having that super supportive friendship foundation is a wonderful thing. So we're like fully immersed in this honeymoon period days now. It's really nice. So I do have a history of getting out of a toxic relationship and then dating a man who fully loves me and would do anything for me and then breaking his heart. But that's not what I'm asking about, because I was honest with him about that, and I've decided to go with it and take that chance. So this is what I'm focused on. Our kids have never seen their parents with anyone else. My daughter has been through a lot with the divorce and everything. Plus, we just had a sudden tragic death in our family that
affects us all every day and we're dealing with. I really think my daughter will not like this at all. And I'm concerned about putting more on her. So there's no rush, but I do worry about like getting caught. And then regardless, we'll have to tell the kids eventually. So my question is, how and when do we tell the kids?
So good to hear your voice.
Oh.
It's very sweet. You were a favorite client of mine. And yeah, I like that I get this little update too.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't seen you for a long time.
Oh,
Thanks for calling in.
that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It feels sweet. I miss her as well.
I wish I had a voicemail that former clients could call and just leave me a message to just let me know how they're doing.
Yeah, there should be a line.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I feel like you have a lot of awareness. You understand your pattern. We talked about why it is there.
Careful.
Yeah, I don't want to disclose too much here.
Uh-huh.
But I'm proud of you for being like very thoughtful, very intentional, and you're just such a like loving and caring mother, and you want to like do the best you can for your daughter, and that's coming through in this phone call.
I didn't even work with this person. I could hear that in the
Yeah.
phone call. Yeah, you want to do it the right way.
Uh-huh.
And it's such a tender situation.
Yeah. And sometimes I know that you can kind of stumble into relationships and get swallowed up by them. And you're deciding that like you don't want that to happen. And it sounds like this guy can be, might be real nice. And we love a nice guy for you.
Yeah.
We love a nice guy for you.
Whoa.
This is what we love, right?
Are you listening?
Security feels like harmony. And we love that for you. We don't need chaos.
No.
We don't need like the unpredictability of a narcissist. Ugh, you don't need that shit. You've healed. You've moved on. You are making very adult, mature choices. I love this for
Wow.
you.
Jeff's talking to both of us right now.
I'm making eye contact with you because
No,
you're here, but
it's
I'm like
resonating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. To her question though. Do you have thoughts, Alex?
Yeah. So they were friends before.
Mm-hmm.
Have their kids met?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a part of it, right?
Their kids have met,
Yeah.
but the kid has not, her daughter has not seen her with anybody else before.
Got it.
And she's afraid that that's going to be jarring.
Oh, yeah. I would have a conversation about that.
Yes.
I would have a conversation about that with hypotheticals first.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been separated from kid's dad?
Mm-hmm.
Like how old is the kid?
I don't
What's
know.
the
I feel
age?
like around 10
Okay.
is what I'm thinking.
That's what you're guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if like the kid is of a certain age, then they will be able to handle it. It's kind of like a tightrope situation, right? Because you don't want to protect the kid so much that you're being a fucking weirdo about it. But you also don't want to be like, hi, this is us and this is what we look like when we're making out, because that's
Right.
going to be traumatizing for your child. And so I think talking about like, hey, how are you doing with the separation? What do you think it would be like for you if either me or your dad started seeing somebody else? And then sort of talking about that.
Yeah, you're gauging where she's at through these conversations. And trying to like understand what her, what's her emotional response. You said that she might be freaked out. You probably have a good understanding then of like maybe the type of conversations that you're going to need to have slowly over time. I love that you're centering your daughter.
Yes.
Continue doing that.
Yeah.
There's also like, I don't know if this is a thing for you in your situation, but like something to keep in mind is like when there's a divorce and you go from two parents to one parent, sometimes that kid is like, oh, fuck, I could get kicked out of the family. Like, okay, so like dad's not here.
Yeah.
Does that mean that I might not be here? family members can leave
Yeah.
and things can change or
Yeah.
never come back or what the fuck is going on here. So sometimes like if you're like, hey, I'm introducing you to this new person, the kid's going to be like, cool, I'm going to be cool. I want to be cool because I don't want to get kicked out of the family.
Sure.
Because dad got kicked out.
Yeah.
Right? I have no idea if this is what's going on, but we have to like think like a kid, a kid's brain, and how they personalize everything and how they're little dummies, but they're cute little dummies. And she might be like, oh no,
Yeah.
am I next?
Yeah, this could be scary.
It could be really scary. So lots of talks and reassurances about like, that will never happen to you, kid.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever.
Yeah, a ton of reassurance, a ton of like, I love you, you're safe, you're here, validate their feelings. And maybe when you decide to, like, you're getting the okay, you're seeing green lights, you can let your kiddo dictate the pace. You know, would it be okay to have a new guy over for dinner one night and his kid, you know?
Right.
Yeah, but really letting your kid have agency.
And of course, as therapists, it'd be a great opportunity for the kid to go see a therapist or to see a
Totally.
family therapist for a few sessions
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like introduce a therapist
Yeah.
and they can also guide you.
Oh, I have so many more questions.
Do you?
Yeah. Come be my client.
No.
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
She can be your client if you want. I don't know. She lives away. She's so far
No,
away.
and yeah, I don't want her.
It's
I
not-
don't want
it's-
you anyway.
It's not, I mean,
I don't
not
want you
because you're not
anyway.
lovely,
No, you're great.
but you're mine,
Yeah, you're Jeff's.
former client.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's all we got.
that's all we got.
Problem solved.
That's it, and that's all.
Uh-huh.
Problem solved.
What a night. How did you feel about this episode?
If I had to describe this episode, it's giving like pink lemonade.
Okay. Don't know what that means.
Just, you get it. You get it. He gets it.
There it is.
Yeah, pink lemonade.
Again, what?
Go
Go
to therapyjeff.com/podcast. Submit your questions there. Rate us, review us, give us 5 stars. Don't give us mean comments. We don't want them.
Don't give us mean comments in any of our little video clips.
No.
They're just mean. They're just mean and not good.
Yeah,
Like,
have
it's
better things to do
pointless.
with your time.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're going to keep doing our thing.
Yeah. But continue giving those really thoughtful, nice, sweet comments
Yeah.
in those videos.
We like
love
that.
those. Yeah.
We like that. 5 stars.
So hit subscribe, share with your friends.
Jeff,
Alex,
let's go get food.
let's go get some food.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Cry.